UCF. Oh boy.
Bounce house.
Bounce house.
All right. So UCF head coach Gus Malzahn back for his 4th season. First year in the Big 12 wasn't terrible. He went 6-7, 3-6 in conference, went to a bowl game. Keep in mind, it was their first year in the Big 12. So the idea that they were going to go in and win 9 games and compete for the Big 12 championship with Oklahoma and Texas still there, it wasn't realistic. So 6-7, I think they'll take that. What happened last year, I don't think they're upset with that. I mean,
Yeah, no, it was definitely a pretty decent year for a team making their first, having their first season in the Big 12. Thought it was fine.
So Malzahn's back. He brings both his coordinators back. They're 67th in returning production this year, 15 returning starters. Now, I'm going to pass that over to Andy this one because he really dislikes KJ Jefferson as a quarterback. And if you don't know who that is, he was with Arkansas last year. Now, last season, John Reese Plumlee was the quarterback here at Central Florida. And, I mean, he was what he was. I mean, he was okay. He was a good athlete, made some plays, but, I mean, wasn't the best passer of the ball. So, before Andy goes on his anti-KJ Jefferson shit or whatever he's about to say, I will say that you have to admit they upgraded in the passing department with KJ Jefferson at quarterback.
Yeah, that's great. Cool. This is a bad quarterback. Look, he's really good. Last year, he started off against West Carolina, looked great. Kent State looked great. BYU, one of the worst pass defenses in the country last year, looked great. LSU, very bad pass defense. He threw 2 picks against them, although he did have a good game overall. After that, pile of shit. This is not a good quarterback. He always starts off hot, and I will give KJ Jefferson credit. In non-conference games, I think he could win the Heisman if they were all non-conference games. He is amazing when he's playing teams that weren't in the SEC. Now, I know it was the SEC.
Playing all teams that are not in the SEC.
I understand. Now, he is still not good playing conference games in big games. Now, he went to Tuscaloosa last year and actually had a decent game where he threw for 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, 14. He only attempted the pass 24 times. So he has to throw a lot more on this team in the Big 12. This is a passing conference. Granted, he's going to have a good running back behind him, but he has to be better than he's ever been before. This is his last year at college. He has never proven to be able to hold up a team. All of his teams at Arkansas have been bad. He has had good starts to seasons and then fallen off immediately. That is who KJ Jefferson is. Nothing can change my mind. This is a guy who will start hot. I'm sure he'll have a really good game against New Hampshire and Sam Houston State, but then he'll play like crap because that's what he does every single time. I rest my case.
It's crazy. It's not that I'm pro KJ Jefferson. I don't think he's great, but certainly I don't think he sucks.
He really had a great game. He had a great game last year on November 18th against FIU. He's a really good quarterback when it's not a team in your conference.
Those transfers, they brought in some transfers on the edge. Yeah. Pass rush should be there at FIU this year. All right. So, what else do you like about the? Do you like the rest of the UCF offense?
What I do love the running back. Look, Harvey's a star. He had 1,400 plus yards last year. Plus Richardson comes back. He had 500 plus. So their running back room's good, but that's great. Their wide receiver room is good, but again, I don't think the quarterback's very good. They have a 1,000-yard receiver from Toledo. They brought in an Ohio transfer they like and an Auburn transfer. Transfers with a older quarterback who I don't think is very good. I don't think that mixes well. I don't think this team will be able to pass for too much. I think they'll be able to run for a lot. The running game is going to happen, but I think teams are going to be able to prepare for that, and they're going to have to outrun teams a lot. Don't think they're going to be able to do that. On defense, they lost their best player. Their D-line is just low-level, low-experience transfers with no star after they lost them. In the linebacking core, they bring in a lot of transfers again to make up this unit. They have transfers from Ole Miss, Texas State, Idaho, Vanderbilt. Whatever, they have to mesh. That's a question mark to me. But they do have a lot back on the secondary, and they're also adding a big transfer from East Tennessee that they like. So this is a team that their defense is pretty much just makeshift transfers. So you're telling me I have a quarterback I don't like. I have a really good running room, which is great, but I'm sure a running room can't just completely hold you up in this conference. So I have a running room that's really good, but I have a bad quarterback, young transfers in the receiver room, and my entire defense is transfers. I really don't like this team.
Yeah, noted. Holy shit.
I can't wait until they lose their first game.
Okay, speaking of, I can't wait till they lose their first game. Wow, strong words there. Whoops, that's the wrong window I just brought in. Let's bring in the... Is
that a Friday night?
The UCF Knights schedule here. Here it is. Week 1, win. Week 2, win. Week 3, loss.
Yeah, they're going to lose at TCU. Yeah.
Week 4. Oh, no, that's actually week 5. There's a bye in there.
Yeah.
Why is Colorado playing so many teams off the bye?
I don't know. don't get that rumor started. People will start flipping out on Twitter.
3-1.
Yeah, they'll be 3-1. I think that Florida game's very losable. Florida is going to be the more talented team. Florida has a good roster, bad coaching, but good roster. So I think he's not a good coach. But yeah, that's a road game in the Swamp. I think they lose.
So 3-2. Cincinnati lost. No, I'm just kidding. No. That's a win. I gave Cincinnati a loss there, but don't sleep on that game. So that's 4-2. At Iowa State is tough.
Yeah, they're not winning that one. That's going to be a game where
4-3.
Be pretty bad.
BYU home win.
BYU's a win. That means we got them at what, 4?
5-3.
5-3. Okay, they're losing to Arizona.
5-4.
Arizona State they're beating.
6-4.
And then they're going 0-2 the rest of the way to me.
That's 6.
So I got
you don't even have them at 7?
No, I have them at 6 wins. And I think what they're trying to...
they have this total at 7.5 juice to over, which means they have them closer to 8.
A lot of people, I will say this, a lot of people are going to have them beat West Virginia. I'm higher on West Virginia, fine. I'll own that. But people are just kind of naturally assuming they're going to upset Florida, and I don't like that.
No way.
I think that's become a normal...
No one's assuming that
when everybody tells me about how hard Florida's schedule is, they mention that UCF is like a loss for them. I don't think Florida's that bad of a team where they're going to come out and lose to UCF. No, this is a thing. This is the thing that's happened.
No one's saying that Florida is going to be dogs in the Swamp.
I'm not saying they're going to be dogs,
yeah, but you're saying
people
if thinks they're going to lose,
people
then that
that
means
do
they're going to be
people
dogs.
that I've seen doing this thing where they're like betting on teams, not betting on these win totals. They're just naturally assuming Florida's going to get upset there. I don't understand. People have Florida at 2-10, 3-9, and they're naturally assuming that UCF's going to go in there and beat them. Look, the Swamp is not the hardest place to play, but it is definitely not an easy place to play. So I don't
KJ Jefferson his trip back to the SEC.
Yeah, where he performed really well, by the way.
It's a loss. Yeah, so both under. We're both on the under here. This clearly we're off a little bit here because they have this one all the way up closer to 8 wins. But I think you're wrong. There's no way. There's no way that this win total's at close to 8. 7.5 juice to the over. That means they got 8 wins on here for them. And I'm not seeing.
I mean, maybe people think they're going to beat TCU easily. Maybe that's the game. But
Iowa State, maybe.
I don't know. I don't trust this team going into road environments, and you have some tough ones there. Iowa State's not easy. The Swamp's not easy. Obviously, TCU. West Virginia is people don't understand. West Virginia is one of the hardest places to play, no matter how good the team is. So
oh my God, would you get off West Virginia's nuts? Speaking of which, next up is West Virginia, and those of you that don't